Baby down on 45th Street, where the peppermint twist is made. If you learn to do this, the peppermint twist, it's alright, it's alright, it's okay all day, it's okay, if you learn to do this, the peppermint twist, yeah.
WSMU, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Law enforcement official says federal investigators looking into whether the gun who killed 8 people at a Dallas area mall expressed interest in white supremacist ideology, trying to figure out his motive. Title 42 ends Thursday. A surge of migrants suspected at the southern border. President Biden defends his son, Hunter, admitted to his business dealing. South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace.
With Jamie Comer at the helm of the Oversight Committee, if the Department of Justice and the FBI will not do their job, we will do their job for them.
A Republican on Sunday Night in America, House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer, who will have a presser this week about an FBI whistleblower. The president delivers remarks on protecting you when you're saddled with flight delays or cancellations. He'll be joined later today by the Transportation Secretary Buttigieg. America is listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 W.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
All right, so where did I leave off last week? It was Friday, right?
It was.
I got that right. So good Saturday morning to y'all.
That's right.
It's a Monday morning, and it's a fabulous Monday morning. Weather-wise, it's gorgeous outside. My goodness gracious, sun's up. Wow.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
I've got little green tomatoes on my plants out there.
No, I have flowers.
I got tomatoes. We got strawberries growing.
I've already eaten some of my strawberries.
Oh, well, we planted ours late. Well, Robbie planted ours late. And but anyway, they're coming along, and squash coming along.
Yes.
You got a little squash there. Little cucumbers. Yes. Oh my goodness gracious. It's gonna be a bountiful year.
I had to put more buy more bins and put out. Everything was growing.
We ain't gonna put no more bins out.
No,
we don't have that much more room.
Mine aren't as elaborate as yours.
But anyway, everything's looking good. Garden peas are ready to be picked. I got to pick them today or tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they are looking good.
Fresh garden peas with some onions in it. That's some fabulous stuff. How was your weekend?
Good. It was great.
Is that all? Just good and great?
Yeah, great. I mean, I did a lot of work outside.
I know why you're asking. Look, I don't have a cast on. Okay. I survived that zip lining ropes course thing. I learned a lot.
I'm so disappointed there wasn't a video.
I was like, I know you're excited about that. You want to be a video, but they will not let you take phones. I mean,
really?
Keys. I mean, yeah.
No keys?
No. Because they had people kept keys, and they said finally, after people lost very expensive car keys, they finally, you can't take keys, can't take a phone because it's safety. I mean, you're high up in the air, and it's a safety issue. People start. I'm thinking some people were more concerned with selfies and stuff and not paying attention to how you have to hook your little.
Well, how about other people shooting video of you?
Well, some people had people down below that weren't participating. They can walk with you. Oh, they go and film you.
Okay.
So they had that.
So
we didn't have anybody.
Oh, you didn't.
It was just our group. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Now I would have gone just to take the video.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that I know that you have to have a person, yeah, we can,
So what was the experience like?
Rough. It was rough.
How was the landing?
I didn't complete the whole course.
Huh?
I had to be rappelled down.
Really?
My arm gave out. It's an
Oh.
autoimmune thing. Yeah. When I could not reach up to hook my thing,
Uh-huh.
I knew, my arm physically, and it was the only concern I had was that because I knew it was a possibility and it did. I was like, oh, I mean,
So this is a one-time event.
well, I don't know. I would like to do it again to see if I could make myself complete, or, now that I know the first part I'd be able to do no problem, I think I could finish the stuff I did not do.
Okay.
Yeah. Thought about it. I'm like, I'd like to, but I'm gonna tell you what, I'm still sore. I'm still sore.
You need to work up to it.
I'm telling you what, I don't know. They told me
Get some weights and lift
there are muscles in your body, I'm fully convinced, that you do not know you have
until they
will
start
use.
hurting.
I mean, this thing is, I don't know what I thought it was, but it was not just, I mean, there was a lot an obstacle course.
Mhm.
And they claimed they start off easy. I don't know how harder it got. So, and then they have a whole separate zip line, just straight zip line is all it is, very high in the sky. And they were telling me this military guy, and this facility is very nice, in the trees. It is amazing. I highly recommend it. And they said a military can the entire, not the obstacle part, because the obstacle was obstacles and zip line. That's what we did.
Uh-huh.
But just a straight zip line course, which I looked up, and there's no way I'm gonna tell you right, I would ever do that. It is high. I would not do it. But
Okay.
and I'm like, there's no way this guy did that. Yeah, they said he did it they said it was the most amazing thing they've seen. This guy got on there and he was military, and he must, it was awesome. Like, I would have loved to have seen that but I would never go up that high ever. But it was fun. We all survived. We had a couple of blisters. Well, I didn't, but Michaela did, and Bianca had, but you have to make sure, like, they give you a class before, and you have to make sure your equipment is tight. Like, if your arms can slip through, I made the guy, tighten me up himself. I'm like, dude, just I held my arms out, make it work, because I had visions of coming undone or no. And you work up a sweat, like it was rough, but it was fun. It was, it was interesting. My oldest daughter said she'll probably never do it again. But
So you pay for torture.
It's exactly what you're paying for. It pushes you. I mean, you push, like, I just didn't realize I obviously am more afraid of heights than I thought I was, because I never gave much thought. Like, as a kid, I climbed the roof house, jumped off. I mean, crazy things. But you do dumb things when you're a kid. But man, we were up high. You look down that ground, like, yikes.
Did you ever use a sheet for a parachute when you jumped off?
I sure did, and a towel.
Everybody
I did both. Yeah, I mean, they don't work.
Doesn't
But when you're a
work, but-
kid, you think they do. Why we never had a broken leg? But I just, as a kid jumping off, we never broke anything. I don't understand that now. But
There was a TV series called, I think it was called Ripcord. By guys
Yes.
jumping out of
remember.
airplanes.
yes.
I haven't even thought about that in decades.
Jim Riffinger asked me if I was going to jump, tandem out of an airplane. Absolutely not. That's one thing I would never do.
Why would
Never.
you?
There is no way
Yeah,
ever do
no. Unless that plane's crashing, I'm staying with the plane.
I would never ever do that.
This is what you'd hear if it was me. 911, what's your emergency?
Thank you. Yeah. I'm fully convinced I would probably have a
pass out.
panic attack before and heart attack got out. There's no way I would. I would have to be. Someone would have to say, if you don't do this, we're going to kill your kids. That would literally be the only way I would do it. The only way.
But the CH-53
Mhm.
and CH-46 helicopters,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, 53s. Got a ramp that comes down to the back.
Yes. Yeah.
I was down that ramp with a
Mhm.
cord wrapped with a belt, big
Mhm.
2-inch wide, wrapped around me,
Mhm.
holding me up, so I could back down it,
Oh, no,
so
no.
that I could shoot guys jumping out of that.
Oh no.
And of course, they put a parachute on me too.
Yeah, I
just in
would have had
case.
like 22 parachutes on me.
Yes.
What on every part of my
The
body.
reserve.
Yeah, no
And
way.
that's before I tore up my knee.
Yeah.
And I said, after that, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to hurt myself. I did hang glide one time, tandem, off of Grandfather the mountain.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
I did.
no.
I've seen that done, but no, I wouldn't do that
It,
either.
I forgot the guy's name. There were two of them that were world champions, and they were up there doing it. So they actually, I jumped off with them. Well,
I
they
wouldn't.
jumped
I
off and
wouldn't
I
do
was
that
with them.
either. I'd have to have a parachute tied still, but that I know would. With the way this autoimmune has attacked my upper body,
Mhm.
my arms, I know I would not be able to hang on. I know I wouldn't
I
be able
wasn't
to.
hanging on anything. I was just strapped in.
Oh heck no! Word strap breaking.
It was
I'm
pretty
telling
cool.
you, the
Yeah.
thoughts that go through my head, I couldn't do it. I've seen them do. I've been a
Yeah.
Grandpa Mountain, seen them do
Yeah.
that. More power to people that do that kind, or the guys that use those like wingsuits.
Oh no, no,
What?
no,
I mean,
no,
you've
no.
got to.
Who was the first fool to try that? That's all I want to know.
I would like to know, like, who thought, let me try this out and see if this actually will work.
Wonder how many people went through trying those things out before they got it right.
Now,
All the others were dead.
right. I have bungee jumped. I have done
I'm
that.
not going to do
believe it
that
or not.
either.
I
No.
actually have done it in
Hooked to a
California.
rubber band.
Yes,
That's
I
one.
actually did. I would not do it now. You got to remember, I
No,
was
no,
20.
I
how
don't
old
want to
was
come by
Right before I
feet
had
first,
Megan, so.
about my feet last, head first, going to the ground.
I was like 23 years old or something.
And who figured out how long that cord cable was supposed to be?
I know. That's the
and
only thing.
How many times had it been used and it worked fine?
And
But
people
at
of different
some time
weights.
they quit.
Right.
Yeah. no,
I imagine
I
they have
wouldn't do
to
it
be
now.
adjusted for people of different weights.
Well, yeah, you
Yeah.
would think.
Well, they weigh you at this course in Myrtle Beach.
Uh-huh.
You have to be under 60 pounds or
So how
under.
much did you weigh?
I weighed 140. Yeah, I was good. Yeah. But no, 260 or less.
Okay, so you were half the
I
weight.
was,
You were
yeah,
good.
I was good on that, but I was, and I understand now, and I learned something too. Zip lining. I've zip lined before at the Whitewater Center in Charlotte one time. That place is amazing, by the way. If you've never been, that's a cool place too. That was years ago, but I guess I forgot. Zip lining, just squat first. It's bad on your knees. Like my knees were hurting when I was
can't do
done.
that.
Yeah, I was like, it was.
Hmm.
They're like, you have to. Oh man, yeah, it was rough, but I'm glad I did it. My daughter was happy. That's all that really mattered because I was over it. Yeah, but they laughed and I got video because when
I saw that.
we were done, they were Michaela and Bianca, the last two, were laughed their way through it to the point where even the guys were just like on the ground. I mean, I think they're entertaining anyway, but they were just entertaining them because Michaela with her commentary and her little sass, and then they just get to laughing and couldn't hook their thing because they were laughing too hard. I'm like, and I just knew one of them was going to fall, but they didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's-
anyway,
that's
so
No
that was
nets.
my weekend.
No nets underneath.
There's no nets anywhere. There are no nets at all.
Mhm.
And I was nervous when I realized that. I'm like, oh,
Didn't hang on.
well, I was holding on, but I like I said, the zip line. When he goes, oh, we have just a zip line. What are you talking about? He said, look way up there. I'm like, oh no. Mm-mm. And some people go just to do that. No.
No.
Mm-mm.
My back at a place that we had way back when in the 50s and 60s.
Mhm.
They had some, where the guy wire is for the big utility poles.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that big old, about
Yeah.
5/8 inch guy wire, right?
Yeah.
So, so my dad and his brothers and my grandfather
Mhm.
decided, hey, this would be pretty cool. They hooked one end of one of those pieces of guy wire. They found the abandoned stuff,
Mhm.
and they wrapped it around a tree about 10 feet off the ground, tied it, secured it with
Mhm.
nails,
Mhm.
believe it or not. And then they put a piece of pipe, about 1 inch of pipe,
Okay.
about a foot and a half long, over that.
Right.
And going down the hill down to another tree,
Mhm.
about 6 feet off the ground at the other end. Then we would grease it up with not oil or anything. We would grease that cable up every time we wanted to go up it. We had to build a ladder to go up and some
Mhm.
steps to go up it. And we would hold on to that pipe and slide down it
No way.
for
Oh
about
my
120
gosh.
feet,
Didn't
125
it get
feet, something
hot
like
on
that.
your hands
No,
with the grease on there and sliding down the friction?
I'd be worried about the grease would make my hands slip off.
no,
Right.
you don't grease your hands.
No, but
you
the poles.
grease the able.
Okay.
So
well,
you would go faster.
okay. Okay. I understand what you're saying now.
And as it went down, but it had a little bit of a up. There's a little slack in it at the end of it, so you didn't slam into the tree.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you could just drop off.
So then you just jumped off.
Then
at
you
the
take it and
end.
you throw it back to the next guy up there, and he grabs it.
Y'all are lucky y'all didn't hurt yourselves.
I don't know
even
why
then.
we're
I mean,
still
I
alive.
just-
So amazing to
stuff
think we're young.
that we would never even I do want to jump. I want to go in the ocean where they pull you that thing up, parasailing. I do want to. I'm determined this year I am going to do
After
that.
all the Sharknado movies
I know.
you've seen.
And I'll be. That's where we'll go, and you can film as I'm going into the water and get sharks' mouths coming
Oh,
up.
yeah, I'll be there.
You don't go
filming
into the water.
They
You
drop
dip.
you. They drop you down in there.
that. Yeah, you dip
Oh,
into
they'll
it,
dip
come
you
back
into the
up.
water.
They'll be a hungry.
Yes.
Jaws
Yeah, it will be.
is not dead.
I know.
Jaws.
I do want to do that.
Jaws had babies.
I know.
Lots
It'll be
of
the
them.
whole Jaws family.
Uh-huh.
The mom, the grandma, the grandpa, the daddy, the kids. The grands will be there. That's how my luck
Just don't go
goes.
to Hatteras. Just do it here.
Oh, I would never go to Hatteras. That
Mm.
water is shark infested. I would never go there.
Oh,
Yeah. Nope. Mm-mm.
all waters are shark infested.
Okay. There are more shark infested.
Love hanging around Hatteras.
They do. But anyway, so it was good time. But had a sad weekend this weekend
It
nationwide.
was terrible nationwide. The
you
news
know,
is horrible.
Down there in Texas, Allen, Texas, 8 dead.
Mhm.
A number are wounded, a bunch of them wounded.
Mhm.
A mass shooting in Allen over the weekend. The shooter is 33-year-old Mauricio Garcia of Dallas. Apparently, Garcia was kicked out of the Army for mental reasons. Say a police officer at the mall heard gunshots. He ran straight to the sound, engaged Garcia, then shot him to death.
Mhm.
One law enforcement source said Garcia was motivated by white supremacy and ideology. Really?
That officer saved a lot of lives.
That officer is a total hero.
Absolutely.
Total
Should be
hero.
recognized as such. He charged into the charge right towards the sound of gunshots,
Mhm.
engaged the shooter, killed the shooter. Situation resolved as far as that's concerned. Unfortunately, he managed to kill 8 other people.
He started shooting in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like
As soon as he got out of his vehicle.
And
sad. Sad.
I saw that video.
I've seen
his
the
name is
video.
Garcia. Okay. He's Hispanic, right?
Right.
Is he a U.S. citizen or a Mexican?
Well,
He
military.
was in the
No,
Army.
you do not have to be a citizen
No,
to be in
you
our
do not.
military.
I thought you had to
No.
be in the army.
Nope.
No,
do
you do not have to be a citizen to be in the United States military.
Um, But how is he motivated by white supremacy ideologies if he's Hispanic?
That's what I was just thinking. He
I'm
said
like,
that because
what is this all
the white
about?
supremacist groups would not let him in, but maybe he just liked their ideology of one race.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
maybe
it.
he thought his race was better. I don't know. That's the only thing that come up when I heard that yesterday. I'm like, wait, what?
Back to Texas we go.
No, I know.
8 people,
Mhm.
8 other people, including a number of migrants, were killed when a car ran over them in a Brownsville immigrant shelter weekend.
I know. It's just terrible.
9 other people are in the hospital being treated for their injuries. The car's driver was detained by those at the scene. Then he was turned over to police. He was initially charged with reckless driving. Additional charges will be done. A Hispanic male and has given police multiple names. By the way, every time he gives the police a wrong name, that's another charge.
Correct.
Duh.
I'm wondering if he wasn't a
I don't
mule.
know.
Yeah.
The shelter has been housing
Cody.
immigrants while they wait for more
Mhm.
permanent housing. Brownsville declared a state of emergency over the influx of the immigrants earlier this week.
Mhm.
Most of those immigrants are from Venezuela. City is 95% Latino or Hispanic.
Mhm. I did know that. I have friends from that live
What
in
in the
Texas.
world is
Yeah.
wrong?
Yeah, what is
Open
going
water.
on?
Open border.
And Chapter 42 is about to end. Title 42 is about to end this week, and they expect up to 10,000 a day trying to come through the borders.
To stop them.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not one thing.
What are we going to do with them?
What do you mean?
Where are they going to go? Who's going to pay for them?
Who do you think? What are you talking about?
How are we going to pay for them?
With this abundance of money we appear to have.
It's going to put us further into debt.
Mm-hmm.
Tax rate.
I mean, people don't understand, a lot of people were complaining this tax season of how they had to pay. And a lot of people I know for the first time
Me.
had to pay.
Me,
My daughter was the same.
first time ever
yeah.
I have had
Both
to
daughters
pay.
had to pay. One of them is like, well, what happens if I don't pay, Mom?
Oh,
They will go. Yeah. So she's paying. She was highly
Well,
upset.
that's like I was saying, somewhere I missed the memo
Mhm.
because, I'm doing my taxes and it goes from them owing to me paying. And I'm like, I kept slapping the computer along,
Well,
I've
I'm t-
never, ever.
Well, that's
paid.
all that free money given out or whatever. I'm like, people, what did
Yes.
y'all think? Where did everybody think this money was going to be coming from? Did you not think they were going to make that money up? Child tax credit thing, I don't know what it's even called. My daughter tried not to accept hers, for my grandson. And the IRS said, no, you have to take it. She's like, well, I don't want it. Because she knew, she's like, I know this is going to jack me here. The IRS told her she had no choice because, it was automatically direct deposit into your bank. She's like,
That reminds
can I
me.
refuse the money? And they said no.
I need to go change my withholdings.
Yeah.
I need to
I
up
had a
them a
couple
little
employees
bit
change theirs.
because I would
Yeah.
rather pay it monthly than have to, do
Yeah.
your taxes and boom, there's a
Mm-hmm.
$200,
agree.
$400 bill. And I'm like, for what?
Mm-hmm.
How about giving me some money back for all the
That's
ridiculous we've had to pay?
all of the nonsense is out there. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break, do some weather, and then coming up at 7:30 this morning, we will be joined by Salem Clark. She's from the Onslow Tourism Group. About that and what's happening here in Onslow County, and hopefully we will get a lot of tourists, and that way we can get some of their money to go
Yes,
into the counties. As well as into the, to the various people who rent homes at the beach and
Mhm.
people who rent, the people who own motels and hotels in the area. Hopefully, some of that money its way their way because they're still hurting from the pandemic. They're still recovering.
Yes.
There was not a lot of money coming in to them. Their house payments were still there, and the expenses for the motels. So hopefully there will be a surge of tourism this year. You're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. Weather is next. Don't go away.
Everyone loves shopping online. Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell my golf buddies when they buy clubs. Stop searching for coupon codes. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes, automatically applies them at checkout. Plus, it's free, and you don't even need a Capital One card to use it. That's like hitting a hole in one without even trying. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
Civics Lucan Ferry. Ray Magliotti here for eBay Motors. You're driving along and some nimrod cuts you off. You hit the horn. Jeez, it sounds like a goose in distress. Time to head over to eBay Motors. They have horns for every make and model, not to mention steering wheels, wiring, and more. 122 million parts. You can even go for an upgrade. Looks like Mr. Cutoff Man needs a new seat cover. Try eBay Motors, pal. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. See how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up from a traditional lap bar to a familiar steering wheel for stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Unlock the possibilities of your lawn with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning. And now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. So Lands Highway in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. Half cut, bone-in, ribeye loin is only $10.99 a pound. Beef back ribs, $2.99 a pound. Baby back pork ribs, just $1.99 a pound. Whole fresh picnic, just $1. Whole sirloin tip is only $3.79 a pound. And you get a jumbo pack of thighs or drumsticks for just 99 cents a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Urban Produce, extra large cantaloupes, sweet cantaloupes, just $2.99 each. Seedless whole watermelons, just $4.99 each. Seedless cucumbers, just 9 cents each. How about California lemons, 49 cents each. Extra large genuine Vidalia onions, just $1.49 a pound. And red delicious apples are just $1.99 a pound. Remember to save big at the Pig. That's Highway here in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. And you get 2 8-packs of Pepsi or Mountain Dew for just $10. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, Main Street in Maysville. Say big with the Pig.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Talk about a picture-perfect weekend of this was a tideline weekend for weather. Boats were out. They were everywhere. Weather was beautiful. And we're going to resume that over the week. Today might be a little dicey, but tideline is actually today closed on Sundays and Mondays. But check them out tomorrow, beginning 30 in the morning. And if you're having some problems with your boat, maybe you had some issues over the weekend, get it down there. Get it down there now, so you will be ready when fuel season kicks off later this month. Don't forget, Memorial Day is 3 weeks away now? Yeah, 3 weeks from today is Memorial Day. Wow. And we know what that means for a lot of folks in the area. They take a long weekend and they have a blast of water. Make sure you're one of those people. If you haven't had your motor serviced yet, shame. I hope you're not going to be sitting there at the boat ramp watching all the folks who have taken care of their motors as they sail past you. So anyway, Tideline Marine for all your boating and fishing needs on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville, 159 Old Bridge Street. That's the address. By and check it out. It'll be open tomorrow morning beginning at 8:30. Small craft advisory in effect through this evening. Southwesterly winds 20 to 25 knots today, diminishing to 15 to 20 late this morning and into the afternoon. Gusts at 30 knots. That's about 35 miles per hour. Seas, you ain't going today to do your parachuting, are you?
No.
5 to 7 feet, except 3 to 5 near shore. Dominant period 5 seconds. Sounds rough.
That's beyond that.
Diminishing to choppy late this morning and into the afternoon. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 15 to 20, gusts to 25, seas 3 to 5. Dominant period tomorrow 5 seconds. South rivers will still be choppy. And Wednesday, northeasterly winds 15 to 20, increasing to 20 to 25 in the afternoon. Gusts to 30, seas 4 to 6, 2 to 3 near shore. Sounds and rivers choppy, becoming rough again.
Today, mostly sunny, a high of 85. It will be gusty today with gusts as high as 21 miles an hour. There is a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 65, still gusty. Also a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 89, still gusty, but after 5 p.m., looks like there's about a 60% chance of shower and thunderstorms. And the same thing for tomorrow night, mostly cloudy at low of 58 and still gusty. But Wednesday, mostly sunny, gusty, but 74. Not bad.
It's not bad. Not bad.
I'm
Weather's pretty
dealing
nice.
with it. Yeah.
When it will make tomatoes last a little bit longer. They're growing. I got little green tomatoes out there right now. So so it's looking
Fried
mighty
green
fine.
tomatoes.
No, I don't do that. I wait for them to get red and right off the
Just
vine.
one. Take one.
So gross.
Oh no, they're good.
I don't think they taste good.
I've even got green bell peppers, small ones, coming on now.
I have blooms.
I got the real thing. Salem, tourism manager here for Onslow County. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We're hanging in here. I appreciate you coming in this morning.
I appreciate
This
you.
is a special week. What is that?
Hmm.
Let me see what you got there.
Oh.
Onslow.
My
No.
logo.
Okay, that's your logo.
Oh, I know.
There you go.
It's cute as can be coming here looking kind of 60s.
Tourism is very important to Onslow County, and with that thing called the pandemic a few years ago, and a hurricane prior to that, a lot of folks who own property that they rented out, whether it's houses at the beach or motels or whatever, they've suffered twice, back to back.
Yeah.
And their payments still continued.
Yes.
Their expenses continued, but are we going to make up for it this year?
We definitely should.
Yeah.
So we are seeing great numbers
Good.
so far. Even during the pandemic, we did see great occupancy numbers of people visiting and
Yep.
coming into our county. And that trend is continuing.
Good.
So as I said, we're still seeing large numbers around North Carolina and from outside North Carolina coming to our area
Oh,
too.
good.
So yeah.
So that last year, I know you probably had the figures right off the top of your head, right? What kind of a tourism dollar?
Million in occupancy tax, which is the most we've ever collected
That's
before.
tremendous.
Yes.
So-
And then we're always a little behind state numbers. They normally don't get us the numbers until almost a year and a half later. But just from our calculations and what we're seeing, we probably collected over $400 million in economic impact.
Wow. Just the tourism tax dollars that come in, it's the impact for the restaurants and for the
Yes.
shopping and for everything else that happens here.
Well, and just looking at our numbers from the state, where most spent is food and beverage. That is always the number one thing people.
People are not going to not eat. I can tell you that right now. They want to eat when they come here. And
Yes.
Because we got some fine dining in this area, fine local dining in this area.
Yes.
That's always good.
Yeah, I'm always adding new restaurants to our website, and we have over 100 local
Wow.
restaurants in Onslow County.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, this is National Tourism Week.
Yes, it is. So, actually, it's the 40th anniversary of National Travel and Tourism Week. So
40 years.
40 years, yeah. So, and of course, the theme they have this year is travel forward. So, as we are coming back, travel is and that is definitely showing a sign of recovery and people getting back out. It builds communities, brings in more participation, and grows the economy. And that's what we're really pushing this year.
I would on gas prices. A lot of people in North Carolina who would typically perhaps travel to other locations would rather stay close because they can save some money on gas.
Yes, and we are seeing people booking a little bit later, like closer to when they're actually traveling. So they're not booking further out in advance. It's more a shorter booking window too. And the trend this year, a lot of people too are looking at water and cruise.
Oh, really?
That's become the biggest trend this year across the United States.
Well, we don't have any cruise ships here.
Not quite, but we definitely have a lot of fun water activities.
Oh, yes, we get plenty of that. Yeah, there's plenty to do if you want to come to this area. If you're into fishing, there are so many guides out there,
Yes.
professional fishing guides. I don't even know how many there are, but we've got probably 20 in Onslow County alone.
Yes, and a lot of those fishing partners are also doing eco tours or dolphin sunset, sunrises, cruises for those of us who don't fish as much but love to get on the water.
And I'll tell you right now, get a camera if you want. If you want to take cruises, get a camera. Hope you get off the telephone, get a real camera, and go up and down our river. Find somebody that can take you into the creeks and whatever, because the alligators are gorgeous around here. On our Facebook page over the weekend, I had 2 alligators and a turtle on one log at the same time.
Yeah,
it's
So-
beautiful too.
So we've got, we just got so much that folks could do around here if they want to do it. And that also goes for the locals, those who don't get out, don't venture out. I strongly suggest you do just that. And for people like me, I like to take, when I go out, when my boat gets back in the water here, hopefully the next day or so, take it to places like Surf City or down to Swansboro to eat. Just go for either lunch or after early dinner or a late dinner, whatever you want to do. If they've got stations, just go by boat.
And a lot of the restaurants that are on the water are adding more of the dock and dine
Yes, they are.
options too,
Yeah.
especially in Swansboro. There's a lot of options now.
Yep. Yeah, they're the Swansboro public docks, some private docks there for the restaurants themselves. So that's always a good possibility. What have we got coming up?
Well, for this week, actually, we are celebrating in different ways around the county. So actually this past Saturday, Onslow County Museum, they had their opening reception for their Smithsonian traveling exhibit,
cool.
the
Yes,
Crossroads. It's Crossroads Change in Rural America. So that is actually going to be here through June 9th. I highly recommend anyone go out and explore it. And the museum is also wanting for people to participate too, answer some questions so then they can keep this kind of exhibit in the future. So the Smithsonian part will go away, but the museum wants to keep the theme that they brought and make it more local into Onslow too. So they are asking for participation with it. But yeah, that was a great one. We had our proclamation for National Travel and Tourism Week by the Onslow County Commissioners. And then today at 1, we will be in Swansboro at Hammocks Beach State Park, learning about their living shorelines. And then we are going to do a tour at Lejeune Memorial Gardens. That's going to be from 4 to 5. We'll actually have someone leading a tour of the gardens.
Oh, good.
And then Thursday morning from 9 to 10.
And people are invited to all
Yes,
of this.
everyone's invited to
They
these.
still have the Beirut.
No, it is back open now.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
great.
There this past week with travel writers that we
I
were
think-
hosting.
Yeah, they were talking about not opening until July with all the work that they were doing. So that's wonderful.
So, and then Thursday we have a beach cleanup at North Topsail Beach, Onslow County Beach Access number 4. And then Saturday, Jacksonville Onslow Sports Commission has their new river splash triathlon duathlon. And then the Onslow County Pirate Fest on Saturday too.
Fun.
Oh, really?
Fun.
Yes,
Where's that going to be?
that's going to be in downtown Swansboro.
The
So-
Pirate
Nice.
Fest.
Yeah, they'll have pirates and mermaids.
Mm.
Pirates. Oh, mermaids.
Yeah, nice.
Well, I can take Pirate Attack, my boat down
Yes,
there.
you could.
That would be cool.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll just try that
Dock
out.
it at one of those restaurants.
Yes.
Get out and eat at the Burrow.
I'll be there at the Borough. They got a dock for me, waiting for me at the
That's
Borough.
right.
So that might be an idea. So anyway, that sounds like a lot of fun. Frank, I know you're online. Hang in there for just a second, man, because part of the tourism part of We're going to talk about a big event coming up too on the 3rd of June that involves a lot of folks coming into the area. That's probably you guys are not quite aware of yet. It's called the Downtown Court Street Reunion.
Oh, okay.
So Frank's on the line. So hang in there, Frank. We'll be right back. You're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSMA.
Good morning, you bad, beautiful bosses. This is Carrie Cobb, your boss mortgage broker from Empire Financial, NMLS 1987537.
And good morning, beautiful people. This is Donna Riggs, your local realtor, here with LPT Realty in Onslow County and the surrounding areas of North Carolina. Your boss tip for today is to stop and start owning, because now is the right time to buy a home. Contact our team and let us help you approach the home buying process the boss way by building opportunities through simple solutions.
Text or call your lender today at 910-382-2188 or your realtor at 910-340-0224. Empire Financial, NMLS 2108504. Equal Opportunity Employer and Housing Lender. Visit empirefi.com for terms and conditions. www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
If you love ocean pier fishing, the Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant located at mile marker 18 North Top Beach Play 2. The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to ocean fresh seafood. Straight to you, Blue. With the Seaview Motel right next door and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina pier fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge, just south of Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime, 910-328-3172.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break for saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling hot. And in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kemp Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
It's live and local. Real Talk on WSMA.
And we are back. And in studio with us is Salem Clark. She's the chief cook and bottle washer at the Onslow County Tourism Board. On the phone with us, Frank Rochelle. Good morning, Frank. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Rayford. I'm not really want to talk about Court Street party we're going to have. You guys are covering that pretty good, but there's a lot. Of course, we're going to keep that. I just want to put a plug in. My daughter-in-law has started a unique business here, but she's having a little trouble getting permits. It's kind of like a vendor. It's called the Lazy Daisy Bookstore, and it's kind of there's businesses that want her to come into Jacksonville into the city limits, but she's getting a little holdback from the town about vendors, and I don't know if there's it's really a unique thing that I didn't realize that people read that much in Jacksonville. I know I don't, but excuse me, I got a frog. But is there any way that she can get the special permit? What she does, she's got a little trailer. She has a Facebook page also, but this thing is catching on really well. And she goes to events and she sets up. This is brand new books. You can order books. You can do online. Bookmobile years ago, only you got access to more types of books. And she has a Facebook page. Again, it's Lazy Daisy Book Shop. I'm sorry. But she's been down Sneed Ferry at Coffee Haven since. How can she get to come into Jacksonville and service the people there? Is there a special
I don't know,
place?
Frank. I'll talk to you about it off the air, and we'll see if we can't work out something. How's that?
Okay, that'll be fine.
Thank you, Frank. Frank's also one of those involved in this event coming up on the 3rd of June. It's going to be the third, not annual, because there was a pandemic and stuff that threw things behind. Third downtown Court Street reunion.
Okay.
So a lot of folks are out there. Tickets are on sale, $50 a piece, just in case anybody wants to come along. So and it's
There's
going to
a
bring
lot of history.
lot of people coming from all over everywhere for this event, including a lot of the singers, people who performed on Court Street. You probably have heard of Charlie Daniels.
Yes, I have.
You know, he passed away. You
Mhm.
know, he sang downtown Jacksonville back in the 60s
Oh,
before he got
nice.
the big start. A number of other individuals have been down there performing way back when. So it was not just a Wild West type of atmosphere even back then. It was a great venue, music venue. So anyway, for folks out there who may be interested,
Okay.
and maybe maybe we should have reached out to the tourism folks to get that on their agenda.
It's not too late.
Yeah, I know, but
If
anyway.
it's not, I'll get it added to our calendar.
Okay, sounds good. We'll give you some more information. Lee's got it. I've got it. So we'll do whatever. What else have we got coming up here?
Well, I will say, we're about to get into Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, yes.
It's a really, really busy weekend for us. Of course, like I always tell people, if you're looking to make plans, do them now before anything sells out. And then, of course, with summer coming up, it's big beach time. Also, I know Ocean City Jazz Festival is really promoting their event.
Oh, really?
So they do it at North Topsail Beach,
Mm-hmm.
where Ocean City Beach community was. So it's a 3-day event down 4th of July weekend. They are really pushing and promoting it. The Ocean City community, as I said before, is now part of the North Carolina Civil Rights Trail. And they're actually doing bus groups where they're going to cart people from Raleigh down here, stay the night, whole weekend. Yes.
Oh, cool.
So that's definitely a big event during the summer that's coming up. And then, of course, we have so many other events. I always tell people, be sure to go to our website, onlyinonslow.com.
I was just adding it to our page.
To look up all the events, because there's just so many things, as I said. And then Farmers Market is going back up again on
When is that open?
Saturdays.
This weekend?
It's already open.
Oh, is it open?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Good.
And so
Maybe I'll take some stuff out there and sell it shortly. I've got a big garden out there now.
Okay.
So we all enjoy the farmers market. I've been out there many times. You can get local honey, number one. That's one of the reasons I go. Veggies. It's a great place to go shopping, and you don't have to. It's not stuff that's going to be pulled when it's green and it ripens on a truck, or coming across from California or whatever. And it gets really ripe, it just turns color. There's nothing like fresh veggies, whether it's tomatoes, squash, cucumbers, or whatever. You can get it local, and you're in good shape.
The nice thing with the market too is they have Discovery Gardens, which is right behind, where you can pond, and then cooperative. They're doing a little garden over there too. Not for you to pick, but you can look at it and see. They did a plant sale recently on their opening day, and they
Uh-huh.
had a good crowd out
Darn.
there.
Excellent.
We probably could have gotten some good plants for our gardens.
I've already got, I started mine from seeds for the most part.
He did. I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, some of mine from seeds.
Okay. How important is tourism to Onslow County? Room tax, and you talked about the $4 million last year.
Mhm.
What does that money go for?
So that money goes towards, of course, our office to promote, to bring in more visitors into the area. It helps with some of our local parks. It helps fund the Jacksonville Onslow Sports Commission to
Mhm.
bring in events. Like I said, the county commissioners and the county get money towards bringing new businesses and new visitors into the area.
Mhm.
And as I said, the more people that come in, it also saves locals money too.
Yes.
So all that money that comes in, we do save about $130 per year per resident
Mm.
with the money that comes in. And then it also brings in new business. So as you have more visitors, more visitation, more
Mhm.
hotels, it drives more restaurants, attraction things to come into the area too.
All we need now is a swimming pool.
I think they're
Oh.
working. They're working towards
Please
that.
get a swimming pool for Rayford.
Well, that's what the hotels are for. They have the swimming
Oh,
pool.
I've got a big swimming pool.
Mhm.
It's called the Atlantic Ocean, but not everybody has access to that.
That is
like I do.
true.
But yeah, that was good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Let's take a quick break. If you got a question for Salem, give us a call, 910-333-0139. We'll be right back.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
The spring has arrived, which means that concrete project on your to-do list is here. Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville takes this time to thank those that serve us for our most prized possession, our freedom. When it comes to concrete, nobody does it harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated. 3661 East Highway 24 in Beulahville. Whether you need concrete for residential, commercial, or agricultural projects, Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated serves all of Eastern North Carolina. From driveways, patios, livestock housing, concrete for outdoor kitchens. Mixed Masters has the concrete, and owner Scott Thigpen will gladly provide a free estimate. For on-site delivery, phone 910-298-6153. And they deliver on Saturdays. Nobody does harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated of Beulahville. When you need ready-mix concrete quick, call Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville, 910-298-6153. Proud to be a part of the continuing growth of Duplin, Onslow, Jones, and surrounding counties.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality trained systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-11. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2840. Include hitting the road this year to do some traveling? Make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of quality tires. Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, block 0353-4760. Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back here. Our guest in the studio, say tourism guru for Onslow County, knows everything there is about tourism and all the people that are coming in. How far, do we have any international travelers coming into Onslow to be tourists?
We have a few. Yes. It's probably not our largest market, but we do have some international travelers coming in, whether it's to visit family or, of course, military or just in general to come down.
I would
and
think
visit.
some Canadians would come down here. They'd love to come to the beaches because the water, even in March, is warm to them.
Yes, we do. North Carolina definitely has a lot of Canadians that do come in. A lot of them will travel down, of course, I-95 on their way to other places and stop over in different states too.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach has something called Can-Am Days, Canadian American Days, and that got started back in the 70s when we had the gas crisis, because that was basically, that was the time that they were generally traveling in March, I think it was, down to Florida. Gas is, and the price of gas doubled, so they went halfway, and they ended up in Myrtle Beach.
Yes.
So then Myrtle Beach took advantage of it, and they've had it ever since.
Yes.
So maybe we could have something like that around here.
Okay, I just found an event. What is this? Sipping for Science.
Sipping for Science?
So Sturgeon City is doing that. It's for adults to come out and support the City Institute and their event. So it will be an evening. It's $50 per person, but they'll have drinks available and you can learn about the science.
Sturgeon drinks?
They may have one.
Color changing mocktail.
Mocktail?
A mocktail. Color changing.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So a little adult fun to help support the kids programs
There
that
you
are
go.
going on out there.
Very nice.
That's a cool place. They
Yes.
do a lot of good work.
Yes, they do.
A lot of education, a lot of research goes on down there too. So it's I know they've been researching Wilson Bay Park, the waters around there for some time, and just trying to see what they could do to clean up the waters around here. And the waters around here have been so cleaned up. People have no clue what they were back in the 70s.
Yeah.
I had to get in them, but I would not, for recreational purposes, ever get in the water. Now, no problem. It's good. So,
Well, and even with the oyster shells, a lot of groups are doing the living shorelines, collecting the oysters, building up the shorelines with them from Hammocks Beach State Park to down in Sneaks Ferry, North Topsail Beach, and into Jacksonville too. So the importance of oysters, and as I said, we do have, we are part of the North Carolina Oyster Trail.
Yeah,
And-
recycling the oyster shells in Sturgeon City. You can drop your oyster shells off during the season, and they will be deposited in locations to be determined.
Yes.
So, and for those of us who eat a lot of oysters, that's always good.
Yes.
With that, Salem, thank you for coming in as always.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. Just reach out whenever you got something cooking.
Okay.
And then every month or so, whenever you're in the mood, let's talk about what's going on new.
There's always so much to do.
Yes.
Yeah, there is. So many people just do not understand. Even the local people here do not understand what we have to offer in Onslow County. There is something going on all the time. Check out the tourism page, and you will find out that the Jacksonville Onslow Sports Commission page. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff available. All you got to do is ask. So that's a really cool thing to
And
do.
I'll just plug one more thing. This year is Year of the Trail. And so we're promoting all of our hiking, biking, paddling, and horseback riding trails.
Wow.
And every month we are doing a photo contest. So
Oh,
if you go to
really?
our website and click on our Year at the Trail, you can enter in. It's a chance to win a $25 gift card, but you have a chance to win every month if you submit in. So we do encourage people to get out on our trails, take a photo, and then submit it in to us.
Okay. Does my photo
Nice.
count?
You cannot.
Why?
Because your photos are too good. No one would stand a chance. It's not fair.
It's not a lie.
No,
It's
really.
not a lie.
I mean, if anybody wants to know me, Facebook and look at the picture that he posted over the weekend of the 2 alligators and turtle.
His pictures are
I
amazing.
mean, it's National Geographic.
I was going to say you can enter our other photo contest, which is our big one that we're running, that we're asking people to submit photos for a cruise down in Swansboro. That's
Ooh,
a
Enter it right
on the
there.
that's
Swan.
it'll be actually with Marsh Cruises.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we have that one, and we're asking
Can I
people to.
drive the boat?
You
That
probably
I'm not
would end up.
As long as I can drive it and take it offshore, I'm good to go.
Oh my lord.
Salem, I'm being silly, but thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Let's take a break, do a little bit of Fox News. We'll be back on the other side. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME, Kemper Show, W246CJ. Check.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. The Allen, Texas community gathering for a vigil overnight to honor the 8 people killed in Saturday's outlet mall shooting.
The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit.
Authorities in Texas have identified the suspected gunman as 33-year-old Dallas resident Mauricio Garcia. Authorities are investigating Garcia's possible radical beliefs after he was found with a chest that suggests he had neo-Nazi leanings. On the other side of the state, in Brownsville, Texas, 8 people are dead and at least 10 others hurt after a driver plowed his car through a group of people waiting at a bus stop outside a migrant shelter. The driver was hospitalized and police plan to arrest him once he's released. No word if the accident was intentional. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
Well, that was fun. I love having Salem in here. She
Yeah.
comes in. She's a ball of fire there.
She
and
is. She's so
I
lovely.
love her.
Yeah.
She is so awesome.
She's
She
got
does
she's
such
got
a
her
good
mess
job.
together.
Yes.
So that's one really cool thing.
She-
And we've been joined by
We have Shock
our,
in
ma-
here.
our mascot here.
Shockwave's
Shockwave.
in the house.
He is in the house, and
Yeah.
No doubt you'll hear another little bark here
You'll
shortly.
hear him. Jake will be coming in.
Yeah,
in a
Jake will be
minute.
coming in. You never know when Lucy will come in. She may show up too. Who knows?
I love
Whatever.
Lucy.
Lucy's bossy to Jake.
Yeah.
Well, she just wants him to know who's queen.
Poor Jake. Yeah.
He's all right. He's
Yeah.
he's becoming. He can see better now.
I know.
Yeah,
and I'm
he's
very
all right.
pleased
So much
about
better.
And
yes.
the report came back on a rescue dog. Good.
it. Excellent. Yeah.
So we put him on a little bit of a diet because we know he didn't get a
was
whole
a
lot of
chunky monkey.
running room and stuff
Chunky.
like that.
He was a chunky monkey.
He was a porker.
We're
Good dog,
hating on
though.
him. He's a
I
sweet
can't
babe.
wait to see him after the grooming.
I'm telling you, he's going to look like a different dog.
I think it's next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, we're going to take after pictures. I have the
We need to
before
do the
I've got
pictures.
to.
Yes.
Over there in Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
there's a song about that, isn't there?
Yes.
Actually, they did a play, and when I was in high school, Oklahoma.
We did Oklahoma in high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
And I ran the lights for it. Technician, I had control of this big old device, and I did that for that in South Pacific and whatever. Anyway, over in Oklahoma, the governor there, Kevin Stitt is his name, I think, has he had strong words for critics after he vetoed a bill last week that would have funded operations of the state station. Shut them down. I guess Oklahoma Educational Television Authority through 2026. He accused the station of indoctrinating young children. Really?
Really?
He said, to us, it's an outdated system. You know, the big question is, why are we spending taxpayer dollars to prop up or compete with the private sector and run television stations. And then when you go through all of the programming that's happening and the indoctrination of over sexualization of our, is just really problematic, and it doesn't line up with Oklahoma values. He's specifically speaking of the LGBTQZPXNZ, whatever.
The way I do it.
Unless the legislature is able to override his veto, the state PBS network will cease operations this year. Shows on the network include Neighborhood
Mr. Rogers.
and Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Why? Wait, why? I'm just confused. Like, how do you get, first of all, how, okay.
Is Mr. Rogers even on?
It's still
Of the content that it considers objectionable, including a segment of Let's Learn, in which a children's book titled Drag Queen Go Swish, Swish, Swish,
Wow.
and
What?
is read on the air by someone called Little Miss Hot Mess.
Oh my word. I agree. What?
So Clifford the Big Red Dog and Mr. Rogers are going to fall by the wayside because of that kind of programming. That's a shame.
I don't understand the purpose for that kind of programming.
Indoctrination, as the governor says. He also pointed to a PBS NewsHour feature, various gender care treatments, including puberty blockers, a gay character in Work It Out Wombats, which airs. PBS Kids, Clifford the Big Red Dog, introducing LGBTQ characters. Apparently it's gone above and beyond now. A plethora of Pride Month programming, a special about a town of Christians and drag queens who step in the spotlight to dismantle stereotypes, and a same-sex wedding featured on PBS Kids' Odd Squad.
Okay, well, here's what I don't understand when we're talking about like this puberty blocking. So if an adult wants to have gender, surgery, to go from one gender to the other, they have to, a lot of times, majority of times, of a client that has to go through a series of mental health evaluations, appointments, etc. Which I understand because this is a big deal. Like,
It's
you
a
want to
one-way
make
street.
certain that this is something a person really wants and why they're doing it, etc. But if parents are wanting to give their kids puberty blockers, where's the mental health evaluations and stuff for that? Like, are they just doing it? Like, I have major problems with it. If another problem with it, that's the choice. But for a child who, a lot of times I see kids, especially middle school kids, where things get trendy. Like, so for a while, trendy thing to be gay. That was the thing. So if you said you were gay, we're cool. And a lot of kids didn't even understand what that entailed.
They just thought they were being happy.
Yeah. Now the trend thing is for kids to say, well, I'm trans or I'm this. A lot of them really aren't. I could just see a plethora of issues with kids who today might say, I'm a girl. Oh, I want to be a boy. Mommy says, okay, let's go do, the puberty block or whatever. And then 3 years later, they're like, well, no, I really don't want to be. Like, I think there is a dangerous precedent being set, checks and balances in something like this. I have a problem with it. Kids should not be guinea pigs at all, period, at any time.
I totally agree.
I just don't think this is how it should be.
And it's a trend. It's a trendy thing that I know that, and kids will do things like that. They will say whatever just because we see it in clothing, it in all sorts of stuff. But no, that's not the way it's supposed to be. And parents doing stuff like that's just absolutely gripes me. I think the governor's got a good idea, honestly.
I mean, this is not, kids should be taken out of this. We've got, and we need to get, like I said, back in schools and just in general, back to the basics. We've got children that cannot read.
Yep.
We've got kids that cannot write. We've got kids that don't understand math. I mean, there's a lot of things that need to be focused on. And I don't think reading about a drag queen swishing is, what kids necessarily need to be involved in. And, here's the other thing too. Children don't see, gender and color and whatever the way adults do. And let's keep their innocence as long as they're going to grow up into a cold, cruel world anyway. Let's let them be, you don't need to, quote, indoctrinate them. You don't need to try to make them woke. You don't need to try to whatever. Let them be kids, period.
I agree. I
just don't understand. And how are you going to take away Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers and Clifford the Big Red Dog?
Clifford the Big Red Dog is doing what he says, that they're programming. Even Clifford the Big Red Dog is coming out with some strange programming.
Well, that all needs to stop. Go back to the basics. Come on. And y'all, I wonder why I watch that. This is why right here.
You watch Scooby-Doo?
The original. So I don't like cartoons. Scooby-Doo is the only cartoon I will watch. The old one, not the new Scooby-Doo. They've just tore that up. The old.
I didn't even know they still had it on.
Oh, they do. It's different now. I don't like it. I like my grandson watched it. I like the original, the OG Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
910-333-0139. If you want to chat this morning, give us a ringy-dingy. We got time. Coming up tomorrow, we've got the local news editor for the Jacksonville Daily News, which also he's the local news editor for the Sun-Times and over in Kinston for the news. They're all about the same people. He lives in New Bern, so he's going to be calling in. He'll be joining us at 7:30 tomorrow morning. And then we have Mayor Sammy Phillips will be joining us at 8 o'clock. He'll be in the studio, and he's going to be, I've got some questions for him about the downtown project there, the new Bridge Street project. The street has been partially closed for about 2 months, I guess now.
Yep.
And I haven't taken the other route, a side street, to see what it actually looks like, but they've been working hard. And when this project is done, I understand it's going to change the way the approach is and the drive along there and the parking.
Yeah,
so
this is something they
should
started
make it easier.
25 years ago. They were started on that and redoing a lot of the buildings downtown on New Bridge Street, because I remember they had come to me about what can the post office do to improve their building looks, and I was like,
paint it.
Well, we did, but it's such an old building, and it's a federal building. Federal buildings, so we have to go through different people in the postal service, higher ups through all the way up to DC to try to get something done.
Where City Hall is now is where
Yes.
Belts was at one time.
Yes.
And prior to Belts, that was the post office.
Right.
There was Belts attached to the post office. They were all in the same big conglomeration of buildings there.
Right.
So that goes way
Yes.
back then. I remember going there to mailbox. We used to have a mailbox there. Oh God, I remember the combination for it too.
They still have
A
some
and
of
a
those.
half.
Yeah.
Combination.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
they
was a
still have some of those.
A and a half, M and a half, or something like that.
Right.
Or,
Right.
yeah. Had two knobs on it so you could open it up.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and this one, I was a little kid. I had to stand on my tiptoes because it was at the top.
Huh.
But
Speaking of the post office, stamps are going up in July.
Hush.
67 cents.
I've got some cards over there with 2 or 3 cent stamps on them.
Well, my
Dating back
advice
when.
is if you're one to use stamps a lot, go get you some right now and pay the current price, get the forever stamps, because if the stamps go up to $1, $2, which I'm just putting a
It's headed
number
that
out
way,
there.
apparently.
The stamps you buy today are still good for mailing.
Yeah.
The smartest thing post office ever did was the forever stamps.
Yeah.
So
Do you ask for forever stamps or do you?
yeah,
I mean,
you
I don't-
just make sure when it's at like a book of stamps, just
Mhm.
make sure they're the forever stamps. I usually find it the food store and groceries are the same price, and I can pay for when I want to pay for my groceries rather than go to the post office. Now, if you live on a rural route, you can have them delivered to your mailbox.
Mhm.
Put the money in there, and the carrier will leave you stamps. Hopefully, supposedly same day. But they have a big food drive coming up soon too. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get somebody to come in and talk about that. United Way usually partners with them too.
No, it's good.
So
Well, there's some changes being made in the state that I think parents. So starting today, and this is because of a bill by the North Carolina General Assembly, the teen drivers will again need to have their level 1 limited learners permit for 6 months before being able to get their level 2 limited provisional license. And they're still required, teen drivers are still required to be 16 years old, log 60 hours of driving time, and show printed proof of insurance in the teen driver's name. I think a lot of things have been relaxed due to COVID, but no, we're back to this. So they have to do that 60 hours of driving time. So parents, make sure you have all this.
Yeah, that had been
Yeah.
relaxed during
had
the
been. It's
COVID period.
Yep, not anymore.
So
So just yeah.
you may want to be. You may want to get out if you've got a teenager and go taking driver's ed,
Correct.
and make sure that they get their 60 hours of driving time.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. They got to
Yes, it
drive with
is.
an adult every day, every time you drive. And for some people, you can drive with your grandparents. That's what Allison did, with because her parents worked a whole lot. So Robbie took her out a lot driving. She drove all over the area, and Robbie's a good teacher anyway. So that worked out for her. If you missed the top of the show, you didn't pay any attention to weekend news. We had a couple of tragedies down there in
Terrible.
Texas.
terrible.
A nut job went awry and just started killing people at a mall. Got out of his car and started shooting, and they killed 8. Was it
8
Mm-hmm.
so far.
wounded?
Yes.
Whether half dozen or 9 or 8, 9, whatever. Then he was killed by a police officer at the mall who did not hesitate to charge into battle like he's trained to do.
Right.
And no doubt stopped a lot more people.
Where he
from being
started
killed.
shooting is he pulled up in the parking lot, not in a parking place, but just pulled up, got out of his vehicle, started shooting. And of course, he had an assault type rifle, and he was wearing a vest, and he had all these magazines on him, and he started shooting. And as he was shooting, he just started walking towards the end of the row of businesses. And when he got to the next corner, that's when the officer was able to take him out. But he was obviously planning on walking the whole shopping center, the mall area. And it was so sad. A lot of videos came out that day, and I watched a lot of them. And
I did
it
not.
was a very, very gruesome scene. Very, very. It saddened me. It really saddened me. I haven't watched it until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Nope. Don't do that.
No. All right. Well, we have another thing we need to warn parents about. Good gracious. It happened at Cape Hatteras. Happened
Yes.
Saturday. 18-year-old from Virginia died. They dug a hole in the
In the
at the
sand.
beach and sand,
it
and
was
it
right
collapsed
behind the
inside.
dune.
Yeah. And parents, please let your family members dig these holes. You totally underestimate, what the dangers of this. Like, people think it's cute. Oh, I'm going to bury them up to their head or whatever. Just don't.
Yeah, it can collapse. You can get trapped in it.
That's
The
right.
waves can come over,
And
and that
drown you.
happens quite
Yeah.
often.
Right.
The tide comes in, folks,
And
you
fast.
cannot imagine how fast the tide, when it's a rising tide, You cannot imagine
It'll
just
weight
how
that
fast
sand
it will
down.
get
And the
there.
sand weighted down like it's
Oh,
my.
yes, it's
yeah.
wet
So
and heavy.
don't let your kids dig holes and set in it, and don't just don't.
And
I
speaking
mean,
of holes, if you
very
do dig
sad.
a hole, cover it back up before you leave.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
And if you build a fire on the beach,
Mhm.
please, please, please get a bucket of water and put it out. Another
That's
bucket
right.
of water to make sure it's out, and a third bucket of water to chill it down.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
That's right. Don't throw
agree.
sand on top of thinking it's going to take care of it. And some child's going to come walking down the beach and step on those hot
Or
coals.
somebody's pet.
Yep.
Like
Yes.
walking their pet. No, just don't do it.
We've heard them. We know it happens. We've
It
had it
does
happen
happen.
before.
Yeah.
All right, we got a caller, but hang on the line. We got to take a real quick break to some weather. You're live on Local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME, and we'll be right back.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company. 3880 Way in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tinklers, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their your own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner insurance.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Gas. Williams Hardware is your helpful handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and custom threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011 B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Ultimate floor for every room in your home. Is suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022. In the flooring category, Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
Whether it's a quick bite to go or a sit-down lunch meeting, make the Burrow Restaurant your midday go-to eatery. From small plates of sandwiches, burgers, and salads to steak, seafood, chicken, and pasta, there's something for everyone, including a kids menu. Or pick up a Low Country boil from the Burrow's Low Country Kitchen for your next office or family get-together. And craft cocktail restrictions apply. Ask for details. The Burrow Restaurant, 109 North Front Street in historic downtown Swansboro.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
We're back. We appreciate you joining us, staying with us this morning. And this, Steve, hang in there. We'll be right with you. Timeline Marine, we've talked to you about it a lot. They're sponsors of our marine forecast every day. And Georgia. They own the place, Georgia Lease and their family. They've got 2 young lady daughters, and they actually work there at the marina too. They come in and they pick up trash, empty trash. They do all sorts of little chores around the place. That's why they call it Tideline Marine and Family. And then there's the rest of us. We're all members of the family as well. I think we can do that. Last week we had a family luncheon there one day. One of the guys brought in some old pig barbecue that he cooked the weekend before, so we had that. My goodness gracious, that's the kind of stuff we do. I'm bringing soups and chilies and all sorts of stuff from time to time. So it's a good, cool place to work, but it's a cool place for you guys too. Come in there and do some shopping. Just take a walk around the store. You'll see what the handiwork that Elise and George have done, the changes that they've made. Tackle like you haven't seen before, and it's tackle that the local guys use, the professionals use. That's the kind of place you need to go. A big box store, they depend on some guy out there and tell them what kind of tackle they're going to have, and they get the same tackle at every one of the big box stores, regardless of where they are. So they don't specialize in tackle for here. I don't know what to do with the leftover stuff at the end of the year, because they got a lot of stuff left over that nobody around here wants. Right. So shop where the local shop where the local guides shop. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Small craft advisory in effect. Southwesterly winds offshore today, 20 to 25 knots, diminishing to 15 to 20 late in the morning and into the afternoon. Gust up to 30 knots, though, today. Seas 5 to 7 feet, 3 to 5 near shore. Dominant period 5 seconds. Sounds and rivers rough, diminishing to choppy late this morning and afternoon. Southwesterly winds tomorrow, 15 to 20, gusts to 25, seas 3 to 5, dominant period 5 seconds. And Wednesday, northeasterly winds 15 to 20, include 20 to 25 in the afternoon, gusts to 30, 4 to 6 footers. Sounds and rivers will be choppy.
Today, mostly sunny, a high of 85, gusty. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 65, gusty. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 89, gusty, and 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 5 p.m. Tomorrow night, showers and thunderstorms likely, mostly cloudy, low of 58, otherwise still gusty. And on Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 74, and still gusty. But I believe that's Wednesday's the last gusty as of now.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
So far, we'll see.
Yeah.
And the Carteret County Sheriff's Office and canceled that bellow that we had on Steve. He's been missing in action for
Thank
at least a
goodness.
week.
I was getting worried about him.
Hey, Steve.
How are you?
Hey, good morning. Hope you're doing well.
Doing fine. And how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I was actually listening all last week, but I was out in the garden early trying to get some stuff done. And it's funny you should mention it. I was going to tell you, Theo, I figured out why y'all are so fond of him.
Why?
He is truly a beautiful person. He called me at the end of last week and made sure I was okay because I hadn't called in.
Oh.
And I felt really good about that because even my own family won't call and check on me. They say they don't hear from me for a month. They're like, oh, he's doing something.
Theo is a very thoughtful
Theo's
individual.
a good guy.
We like him.
He's got such a
love him.
confidence.
Yep. So
But
how
yeah,
you
I
been?
was listening last week, but y'all had the property girls on, and I
Oh, we
listened
had a
to
lot
that.
going
I didn't
on,
really have
yeah.
much to comment on.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the week, I shot up to West Virginia for a few days.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I went with the wife and daughter and the grandkids up there to grandma's house for a couple of days.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, let her see the new granddaughter. So she was tickled over that.
Well, how's your garden doing?
I'm sorry?
How is your garden doing?
It's doing really well. I was out there this morning, as a matter of fact, and listened to y'all as well, and was trimming up the bottom of the tomato plants, trying to get the leaves down near the bottom out, so when it rains, it
I
don't
need to
splash
do
up on them.
that, yes.
Keep that disease off of them. But I was sitting there smelling while y'all were talking, smelling my hands. They smell like fresh tomatoes. But it's doing really good. I'll take some pictures and shoot them to you.
Yeah, please.
do that.
I got tomatoes growing and peppers forming and all that, like y'all were talking about this morning too. So
Yeah, I got a few green tomatoes and a little green bell pepper and some sweet banana peppers and some squash. I can already see all the fruit that's veggies that's coming my way. So the
My cherry tomatoes already got some clusters forming.
Oh, is that
of little
right?
Tomatoes on them.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to that.
The age-old question: tomatoes, a veggie or a fruit?
It's actually a fruit. I mean, that's the scientific standpoint on it, but we all know it is vegetable.
We do.
you know,
Yeah.
veggie.
I call it a vegetable. It's labeled fruit, but it will never be a fruit to me. It will always be a vegetable.
Only time it's a fruit is when I'm in the garden
Mhm.
and I got my little sweet 100s, the great tomatoes
And you
growing.
just put one in there.
And
Yeah.
at that point in time, it's a fruit. I just pick and eat them right from the plant.
Man, it ain't just a fruit. Me and the wife used to laugh at how the kids, that was the one thing that they didn't like big tomatoes per se, but them little sweet 100s, that I'd have to run them off on the
those are
tomato
so
plants
good.
they'd eaten all of them. Yeah. But yeah, I just want to call in and say hey today. And, I'm still listening. I don't necessarily always try to call in and comment. I like to listen to other people call too. And, and then it depends on the subject you're talking about that day. If I've got any input, I don't want to call and just like take the topic in a completely different direction.
Yeah, well, it was a very busy, fully booked week last week. I will give you that.
It was. I'll say, you had a lot of guests on, and I enjoyed listening to it though. But thanks for thinking of me and noticing that I wasn't all in there.
We've
Like I
noticed.
normally am.
Yeah. We talk about it. Yeah. We don't.
I was just getting ready to text you if we hadn't heard from you today. Make sure you were okay.
I was going to send you a picture. I had one of the flowers bloom, the lilies.
Oh.
Bloom, the Mother's Day lilies.
Uh-huh.
But one of them opened up this morning.
Okay.
The first one.
Cool.
They bloom late for some reason. And my son bought them for my wife, 8 years or so ago.
Wow.
And I put them in like whiskey barrel planters, and they come back every year, but they don't bloom till Mother's Day.
Yeah, well, that's good. So, well, that's right around the corner. Like this coming.
Oh yeah, they're starting to crack open now. They're full of bloom. So
Perfect. Perfect timing.
Beautiful plants again.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Steve.
Hey,
Thank you.
Lee, I did want to ask you
Yes.
one thing. Is how far have you gotten through that book yet? I made it
No,
up to chat.
you haven't. I started it, got interested, and then got busy trying to catch up, like with the garden and stuff like that. And I was just thinking, I just need a week where I can just sit in a lawn chair, catch up on my reading.
I got to like chapter 30 this weekend because I had
Did
a little time
you?
on my hands, and
Did you?
I'm very surprised at the how frank the
Yes, yes.
the question I wanted to ask you is: do you feel like the reporting is accurate?
I did. I felt like a lot of the reporting was accurate, and a lot of the things that were said. I don't think I have much longer. I don't think I have many more chapters to go. I'm up past I'm up to the insurrection.
I got
And-
you. I haven't made it that far yet.
Yes. Interesting.
Put you on that one and see how far you've gotten and what you thought there. And once I get further into it, I might have more questions for you.
Right. I've got to get back and finish it though.
Steve, a question for you.
Okay.
This Reed is.
The name sounds very familiar. Is she like a talk show host?
Yeah, she accused President Biden of sexually assaulting her in the 1990s.
Oh my gosh. President Biden?
The actress Harry?
I don't know anything about her.
She's a
I,
if it's
honestly, I
her.
think he's a little touchy-feely, but I mean, there's a lot of people that way, especially when I go out in like public. There's a lot of people who I call huggers, and I'm a hugger too, but somebody like they hug longer than is comfortable.
Oh no, this is a
But, I
different.
mean, but it just seems out of character for him.
Well,
I ain't saying anything true, but it seems out of character.
She's
She was a staffer.
about death before she potentially testifies to Congress at the invitation of Representative Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz.
Oh Lord.
I want to make something clear, she wrote. If
That's too
something happens
crazy.
to me, all roads lead to Joe Biden.
Uh-oh.
Joe
Okay.
Biden and DNC political machine. I am not suicidal. So
Okay, I'm
this,
reading
this
it.
is this is weird, even regardless of what side of the fence you're on.
She's saying that if I die,
It ain't gonna
it's
be
not a
suicide.
suicide. Yeah, I'm reading. I had to look it up. So it's not Tara Reid, the actress. Her last name is spelled. This girl's last name is spelled Reade. She was an aide to him when he was in the Senate.
Right.
And she's in 1993 when she's 56 now. So she would have been about 36. He pushed her. I can't read what he did, but anyway, on the air. But he sexually assaulted her. Let me just go with that,
Yes.
according to this. And she said that she went to the top aides in the office to report being harassed, but she did not mention the sexual assault. She said they did not take action, and she filed a complaint with the Senate Personnel Office. And in 2019, her and 7 other women publicly accused him of things. But yeah, so I don't know what to say about this. It's hard to say. I mean, she didn't report it then. It's going to be hard to prove anything, sadly. If it happened, it's still going to be hard to prove. So.
Yeah. I mean, there's the side of me that says if somebody's done anything like that, they need to be held accountable.
Why do
But
you
then,
wait? Why do you wait and wait and why do you
Yeah.
wait so many years to make such a revelation?
Well,
It's political season time.
I think sometimes it's fear. Sometimes I have seen cases where they did complain to someone higher up, but it got swept under the rug. They were threatened. I've known people that have been
Oh,
threatened.
sure.
So, I mean, I guess it depends on the situation, who the alleged perpetrator is, etc. And if what she's saying is accurate, she reported it and it went nowhere. So you become disillusioned. You just I just want to go away. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. And then sometimes I don't know why people don't report it.
Honestly, here's what pops in my head. I think about the logic of situations, and not to discredit this lady, she may be telling the absolute truth, but the things that pop up, the question is, why didn't she come out with this when Biden was running for president? That probably would have been a little bit more, made a little bit more sense. And
Well,
if she
according to
would have told
this,
this
she
story
did.
to a certain news organization, they probably would have ran with it strong for the media of any kind. So
She reported it.
It raises some logistical questions that make it seem a little funny, but I ain't saying it ain't true.
Right. She's claiming that in 2019, herself and 7 publicly accused him of unwanted touching and kissing. So that would have been when he was
running.
Yeah. But
Right.
nothing
I don't
ever
remember
came of
it.
it. I don't either. I don't either.
I think I vaguely remember it, but
I
I'm
don't.
just wondering why didn't it get any traction then?
Well, if that many,
obviously there was people who would, if it was true, would have held that story up high. If there was any way to validate that, the opposition would have been all over it. But I couldn't ask just because of anytime there's an accusation, I look for the reaction of the people that would benefit that the most. Are they reacting like they believe it?
Apparently not.
That's kind of what I could draw. Right.
Nancy Pelosi said that she was satisfied with his response. Then Georgia House Minority Leader Stacey Abrams, who it says a potential running mate for Biden. I don't even know what that means. She said she made a statement, said women deserve to be heard, and I believe they need to be listened to, but I also believe that those allegations have to be investigated by credible sources. And then she claimed the New York Times did a deep investigation. They found the accusation not credible. But the Times came out and said they did not say the accusation was not credible. It said it made no conclusion either way. So Stacey Abrams is saying it was found not credible, and said the Times said it, and the Times said we never said that. We just couldn't find a conclusion or the other. So it's hard. I mean, I think it's a lot of when this amount of time it becomes he said, she said. Bottom line.
Well, like I say, I wouldn't look to the Democrats. They're obviously going to defend him.
Correct.
So what I would look to is the response to the Republicans. On that bone, why didn't the Republicans go after it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Hard to
So
say.
that's kind of what I look at. I always look at the people who would benefit the most. Are they reacting?
And
the way
especially,
they should, if it was true.
and especially who the chief Republicans at the time running in 2019.
Who was looking anywhere for anything anymore that he
Correct.
could find.
Yeah.
Right.
I
so
agree.
Anyway, that's
All right.
kind of where it leads me on it. I don't know, but it don't.
Yeah, I'm having problems with it.
Yep. Yep.
All right, Steve, thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Steve.
guys.
Have
Y'all
a good one.
blessed day.
You
You
too.
too.
Let's take a break here live and local Real Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
In our area for over 40 outfitters is Onslow County's oldest firearm dealer and takes this time to wish each and every mother a very happy and safe Mother's Day. Whether you want to purchase a rifle or shotgun for hunting or competition or a handgun for personal security, this is our area's most complete firearm facility. Flatwoods Outfitters features a great selection of name brand long guns, shotguns, and handguns to choose from, and offers Onslow County's only outdoor range to practice and safely learn how to operate your firearm, which Flatwoods Outfitters highly recommends. The range is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 12 to 4 p.m. on Sundays to practice and sight in your scope. Flatwoods Outfitters, Onslow County's oldest firearm facility. 111 Second Amendment, just off Highway 24 between Jacksonville and Swansboro and Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution. Phone 910-353-7593. Once again, happy Mother's Day from us.
Mother's Day is Sunday, May 14th, in case you forgot. So make the mother in your life feel extra special with a gift from Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. All Mother's Day. Jewelry has been reduced with huge discounts, especially for mothers. You are guaranteed to find the perfect Mother's Day gift at Barnes Diamond Gallery. Barnes Diamond Gallery has a lovely selection of earrings, pendants, bracelets, necklaces, watches, and Mother's Day rings to choose from. In addition, Barnes Diamond Gallery has loose diamonds, emeralds, and pearls. With an in-store jeweler, Barnes Diamond Gallery can custom design a special and unique piece just for you. Being family-owned and operated for 40 years, many of our area's mothers and grandmothers grew up with Barnes Diamond, so why not remember them this Mother's Day, Sunday, May 14th, with a gift from Barnes Diamond Gallery, 421 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, right here in Jacksonville. Remember, Barnes Diamond Gallery pays top prices for gold, sterling flatware, and diamonds. Happy Mother's Day from Barnes Diamond Gallery. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tom Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at Lane DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payment? We provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management 1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned. Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 1120 AM WSME.
And we're back live and local Real Talk, and we appreciate y'all staying with us, or joining us, or rejoining us, or doing whatever. Bud Light. We haven't talked about this whole
No, we
controversy.
haven't.
And we got a few minutes, so we may as well do something here.
That's my beer.
Talk about, I don't drink beer, so I don't care.
Well, I like a nice cool one. Very seldom that I drink one, but
You know
you
what
put
I,
some hot dogs on the grill, I'm in.
Bud Light is cheap, watery beer.
Oh, it
Just
is.
saying. It's gross.
Hey, I'm not a big beer drinker.
you're that
so
Guinness lady.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a Guinness.
She drinks all that crazy beer.
Guinness is
We,
good for you.
Sunday, yesterday, we worked outside a lot
Mhm.
yesterday. And you know what Clamato juice is?
Yes.
Yes,
I
it's so
just,
gross.
oh, it's so good.
Is that
No, that's not
Okay,
what I made.
okay.
Oh,
I
but I like
didn't
it.
make this.
I don't want clam and tomato juice.
Oh,
Okay,
it's good.
so gross.
It is
I
really
like
good.
it.
But anyway, I just had some because it's refreshing when I get really hot and
Mhm.
dehydrated.
Nice and cold.
Yeah, nice and cold. But I sat down on the deck. We're drinking the Clamato juice, and Robbie's drinking her tea or water or whatever. I had a big old mug, my mug here, of water, and that big old mug of Clamato juice, drinking that. And I said, you know what? Something you haven't made that you used to make this time of year.
Oh yeah.
It's been a long, long time, probably 10, 12 years. I'm in the mood for a strawberry daiquiri. Said, when we stop working, I'm going to make one.
Strawberry daiquiris are good.
Oh, she does such a good job. I went to the store. I was looking for some of that daiquiri mix, couldn't find any. She said, just get some lime and lemon juice.
Right.
I got a big old carton of strawberries. She made a big old pitcher full of it.
Oh.
It was so good.
Well, if I known there was a pitcher made, I would have been over. You send us a picture of 2 glasses.
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
I was working in the yard when you
had
sent
you
that
put
picture.
that picture in that picture, picture in the picture, I
The
may have
picture in
had-
the picture.
the picture in the picture, I may have had to make a trip over.
You would have been welcome.
Yes, thank you.
It was so refreshing. Anyway, back to Bud Light. That talk about an advertising nightmare.
They have.
This is worse than
Yeah.
the new Coke when it first came out.
I agree.
The new Coca-Cola.
Yes. Agree.
Who we got? Tim?
It's Tim.
Good morning, Tim. What's up?
Oh man, the donkey man is sitting out here in the one and only, you know where, trying to pick up a dozer. At the Great
Nice.
Ballhead Island.
Nice.
Are you on speakerphone by any chance or earbuds or something?
Bad?
Yes.
No, I'm on the same. Well, hold on. How about now?
Now I can turn your volume up. You
Yeah.
have feedback every time you're on a device.
Yeah, but I've always talked to
I know that. And you've always had feedback. I had to reduce your level every time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
There- there's
sorry.
your-
I'm sorry. Well, it's if I put it on the speaker on the truck, I'm in a barrel.
Yeah.
If I'm driving down the highway, and these headsets, the type that I get are usually the best you can buy, supposedly.
Yeah. Well,
They cost enough to be the best.
they suckered you right in.
$350.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they're about. Yeah, they run up high.
Oh well.
But yeah, we're at Ballhead Island, and we're stuck up right here because they're not running.
Uh-oh.
And good thing I'm on Main side, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Otherwise, you'd be stuck on the bald head side.
Well, I told them this morning I brought my sleeping blanket just in case. If you get hung up over there, they'd have to come get you with a helicopter, or you had to get on the ferry and ride back somewhere else. But no, they're shut down this morning.
Oh wow.
They're shut down. Yeah, but I heard you and Steve talking about your garden. So
Oh, my.
Things are good. The season, the rain, we hadn't had as much rain as we needed, but now I look at crops a whole lot. And writing up a little bit of corn yesterday started to twist.
Oh, I can't wait for
And
fresh corn.
it's just about knee high. You know, it's field corn now.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking, and we were talking about getting some rain. I hope we do, because I don't see any twisted corn this year.
Nope, not at all.
Bad business.
Yeah, I like the silver queen, or they also have a golden queen corn. Did you know that? It's the yellow
They
version
do.
of silver
I-
queen.
Yeah, when we were planting sweet corn and salmon, you had 3. You had the Silver Queen, the Seneca Chief, and then they came out with a new variety, and and I don't know, couldn't remember the name. We called it candy corn. And it looked, when you planted it, the kernels looked just like the candy, almost like the candy corn that you buy.
Yeah.
And it was very, very sweet. And I don't know what happened. That corn must have went to the wayside or something. I don't have seen Seneca Chief in a long time. And that was yellow corn. And it used to tickle me. The people around the home wanted the yellow corn. And we would go to Emerald Isle with a ton truckload, flatbed ton truckload, and we would sit right at the bridge that went across the old bridge that went across Atlantic Beach, and we sell them for $1 a dozen. And we give them 13, baker's dozen.
Yeah.
And all they wanted was the Silver Queen. It just gives me the different where you were at, what people wanted.
Yep. Well, I like Silver Queen.
And yeah, I do too. I mean, Mama would mix hers. When we started eating sweet corn in the garden, and I was a teenager. Before that, we were eating field corn.
Oh, yeah, we do too.
Corn. And we sat there and processed that corn. Mom put a little sugar in it, and so you had white and yellow corn kernels in your corn. And but she called it. She tell the young, that's Indian corn, Chug. That's Indian corn. But no, I enjoyed listening. I couldn't listen to you much Friday. I was so busy and have been busy all week. It has been a tough week, and now this week out to be real tough with the wind.
I'm so sorry.
It's going to be windy through Wednesday.
So you're going to stay there?
Yeah. No, I'm going to talk to the head tires that be, and hopefully they'll turn me around. And I just told the lady, I said I was listening to my weather girl. Kelly, and she said the winds would come through to Wednesday. After Wednesday, the winds should be gone. And she looked at me. Let's hope so. I said, well, I haven't caught her to be wrong yet. She's the most accurate weather person I've found so far.
Well, I appreciate it, but I get it from a good source.
I brag.
So,
I brag on you.
Well, I appreciate
I brag
that.
on you. I brag on all of it.
Yeah.
I don't brag on her that much. I brag on
I don't blame you. I wouldn't either.
Oh, my
But yeah, I'll
goodness.
let you go. I just wanted to chime in. The gardens are looking good. I really do. I got one lady on rain. I got her away from county water. She really didn't need to put county water in her garden because of the chlorine and stuff like that. So she, she talked her husband into digging a well.
Wow.
Got her little pump out there, and she's doing groundwater.
That's what I need.
Bless her heart, her garden looks a whole lot better. Because that chlorine would, and I told her, I said, I was always taught that chlorine would stunt your garden. And now Steve knows a whole lot more about it than I do, if it's right or wrong. But we didn't use county water for garden. We didn't use county water for plants.
If the only thing you've got is the city or county water, if you put it in a like a big old jug, things you can buy wherever, and fill it up and let the sun bleach it out. Chlorine will bleach out in the sun.
Right.
Takes 24 hours in daylight. Didn't know that one, did you, Lee?
You taught me that.
I did not.
And
I did
now,
not know that.
for my indoor plants, I keep a jug of water on the counter.
Absolutely.
And just let it sit there.
No lid.
No lid. And then when I empty it, I fill it back up and let it sit.
If you need some containers, I got plenty of them.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just kept the pump. I mean, after the county water came through, we hooked to it, and we kept the pump just to wash the car with. But that ain't no money. Wash no.
There you go.
That electricity cost.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
All right, appreciate it, sir.
Holler at y'all. Be
Thank you,
sweet.
Timmy. You take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Take a break here live and local Real Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Like this? Does it look about the same? Then take your big dog to Bill's Cycle Salvage.
Captain America, I'm Billy.
Now, we never said Bill was a sane man, but he sure has some cool stuff like leather chats, best
Oh, I've got a helmet.
accessories for you and your bike, saddlebags, seat jewelry, keychains.
These ain't no pork chops. These are U.S. prime.
Bill can even order customized items.
Nothing. I'll order it there on the road somewhere.
Magazines, videos, t-shirts, ball caps. Come on into Bill's Cycle Salvage, 921 Marine Boulevard. Everyone is welcome.
Troublemakers.
Bill's got plenty of accessories to make your big dog look like a big dog. You can to Bill's for Harley and try to fix it yourself, but
You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Bill's Cycle Salvage, 921 Marine Boulevard for the Harley enthusiasts.
That's what it's all about.
Bill's International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring, and you should be too with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. These zero-turn lawnmowers are engineered for strength, versatility, and durability in one lineup with premium features. You with a well-manicured lawn. Step up to the strength, comfort, and precise cut of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series and unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 Kinston for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for day? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is old. If we need help designing the perfect ad, we can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Spring is here. That means fishing and vacation season. Make sure your car or truck is ready for the road with a visit to Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro. If your engine light is on, looking at an expensive repair bill down the road, complicated by extreme temperatures and an engine that's not prepared to handle it. The pros at Battlefield Automotive can check your battery, starter, and charging system, charge and repair air conditioning system, and tune up your engine. They do everything from oil changes to brakes to transmission repair, and they carry a complete line of accessories. Battlefield Automotive are experts in both domestic and foreign car and truck repair and guarantee all their work using only certified mechanics. So, whether it's a battery, a simple hose, tune-up, or just getting a ride ready for the getaway, call 910-325-0828. Visit Battlefield Automotive today, 1214 West Corbett Road, Fort Swansboro. Again, the number for Battlefield Automotive is 910-325-0828.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And real quick, like, hey, Robin, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys. I just wanted to call, let you know, like, I'm en route right now. Having a joint BOC-BOE meeting this morning at 9:30.
Yep.
Which I think is pretty significant. You know, it's the first time we've met in quite a while. So it'd be real good to get the Board of Commissioners, Board of Education together to discuss certain things.
Yeah, especially the budget.
The agenda here.
That's going to be part of our discussion, along with a couple other agenda items. But the point is that it's good that we get together, sharing information, and working together. And of course, Jim and I will have a brief for you, Richard, when we come back on the show to discuss
Wonderful.
what we talked about.
Sounds
the
good.
Direction we're going.
Yep. We got some time later this week.
Okay, I'll let you. I'll let Kelly know, and we get scheduled, and then we'll go from there. But it should be an interesting meeting.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Robin.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's at 9:30 at the Commissioners' Chambers. The agenda is dealing with student health, emergency shelters, redistricting, budget, and collaborative staff and efforts.
Good.
Collaborative staff. Yeah, sure. Anyway, that's what they're, it's a discussion.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that's
Again,
good.
coming up tomorrow morning, we got Trevor, and I don't know whether he pronounces it
Donnell.
Donnell. It is Donnell, right?
Yeah.
He's the local news editor for the Jacksonville Daily News, plus the associated newspapers in Kinston and New Bern and might be elsewhere.
He's the man.
He's the man. And so we're going to talk to him about the Daily News and what's going on with it. A lot of people and concerns about it. We've had concerns, more questions than concerns. But anyway, he'll be joining us by telephone from New Bern. That's where he's headquartered.
Okay.
And we'll see what's coming up, what's in the future for the Daily News. I find that their building is for sale. Is that right over here on Belvoir
I think
Bridge?
so, yes.
Yeah, I
It's
think I've
been
seen the
vacant
sign,
for
yeah.
a while.
It's been vacant. Press has been sold, all that sort of good stuff. So we'll have to we'll talk to Trevor when you got questions.
I miss having the newspaper.
So
I'm
do I.
telling you,
I
same.
miss
Well,
it.
it's still here. It's most of it's
not the
online.
same. It is
Same.
not the same.
It's online.
Not the same
but,
at all.
They can't. It's hard to compete with just an online newspaper
Mhm.
that does nothing but online if you've got to have a full staff of folks out there too.
Mhm.
The Daily News has to maintain a staff,
Mhm.
and that's what they're doing. They're doing what corporate has told them to do, no doubt about it. And we also have at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, Mayor Sammy Phillips will join us
Yay.
in the studio here. We'll get an update on the New Bridge Street project
Yes.
and everything else that's going on in the city. I want to know what the infrastructure stuff is like. And if you got any potholes you want to discuss with the mayor?
No, he got me a red light. That's all I care about. Traffic light.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he did. Well, my end of the street, yes.
Well, that's good.
Much easier to get on Gumbridge now. Thank you, Mayor.
Meanwhile, coming up right now, we're going to take a Fox News break. Then after that, about 10 o'clock, it's another dose of the Daily D's. And at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Hollywood Man. And we got the man, all the sounds that you and I grew up with. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1 and 1120 AM WSME.
Camp Show, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm CJ Pop. Ukraine air defenses shot down 35 Iranian-made drones over Kyiv in Russia's latest nighttime assault. Officials said Monday attacks across Ukraine, leaving 4 dead. Meanwhile,